Welcome back, folks, to Pigs TV. I'm yours, Pigs as usual. So today we've got a bar map on Glacial Gap, an AV8, obviously. So let's have a quick look at the commanders, see what we're up against. Also, let's see what each side's up against. It's Omnix on Cortex. Gordons on Armada. In the water, we got Commander. You think it's Commander, but he's got Commander. And he's Armada. Auric is Cortex. And Clamblishville is... Oh, I selected the wrong thing. Armada. Warlander is Armada, and Outland is Armada, and G250 is also Armada. So I'll go over there in a minute, but obviously what it is you tend to get maybe these two will go down here and these will go down here, and these are a bit weird because they cannot go through, so they'll have to maybe do something different. Maybe they're going to go air, or maybe they're going to fund the water. I don't know. I haven't. Each lot's different, so we'll have to watch them. Step row. Usually they try and push really fast because obviously you want to get as far into this centre as possible. So the centre line is relatively here. You can get spiders up here. They will go up there, so maybe they'll do a spider run up there. That's another way of doing it. But obviously they've got air, so they've got a scout. So who we got? So we said that colour is Armada. We got Hades is Armada. Where's our friend here? Exotic blue. I can't even say his name. Blue. Zulu. We'll call it Zuli. I can't pronounce your last name, my friend. Cortex. Step row. We've got him. And he's Armada. And the last couple are... Oh, he's here. Catherine. Okay, Catherine. Now... Could that be a woman? It could well be. I don't know. But he's Armada and Singularity. No, it's singular. Yeah, it's Singularity, but I don't think it's pronounced. I don't think it's technically spelled like that. But anyway, it's a Cortex. So we've got a little push with the Cortex. Which is not the Dolphin, Missile Corvette, and the Frigate. I'm not too parfait with the old Cortex ones. Yeah, a little run by with the Rovers. Or the, it might be the Whistler. No, it is a rover. That's a bit annoying because it's a 2. So you're going to have to rebuild that. Not a lot happening. So he's doing a hover. So I thought, like I said, I thought they may fund the ship. But apparently not. Zuli Haruki. That's probably why I can't pronounce it, because it's something in Chinese. So my apologies, my friend. I'm not the greatest at casting, but also I'm not the greatest at trying to read somebody's names. Like, does that sound right to me? So what? So they're pushing up quite far. So there is a bit of a fighting going on, but not a skirmish here and there. Not really that much. The grunts. They've got a couple of grunts against a couple of pawns. They could take down. Well, depending on how you're gonna do it, you'd probably have to bring the pawns and hit them from this angle, because the grunts are stronger than the pawn. But as long as you can get them in a nice angle, then you could technically take them down. So we've got to the centre bit where we say that they all should be. The boats are actually pushing up quite substantially far. I'm trying to find out where all this fighting's coming. He's obviously taking down his... It must be in the water somewhere. It's got, but yeah, there we go. So the dolphin's having a go against his frigates. Technically, the frigates should do better than the dolphin, although not now. Although there's a destroyer out, but depends on how many destroyers they are. More destroyers. It's definitely like that in water, where if you have more, it should technically win. It just seems to be just like that in boats. I'm not a great fan of the boats. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I haven't played them that enough. These people that are absolutely sensational with boats, and they'll prefer the the ships over bots and vehicles, over the land, to be honest. But it's each to their own. Right, so let's see what the grunts can do. Here's a couple of maces out, so they should push them away. I'd like to see the Rocketeers forward and backwards, kiting. There doesn't seem to be on a control group either. So, kiting there, kiting back. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And the maces, are a nice unit just to keep in slightly further back. You want to do that because the rockets will just... You can't really fire that over the top of them, to be honest. Still a bit of ding-dong going on down here. You would assume that it would be... Zuli would win this. He looks as if he's got the better sort of units. He's done a construction turret to help himself out, which is really nice. He definitely seems to like his boats, because it's not something... If you weren't a boat person, if you like, a shipyard ships, in that respect, if you weren't that sort of person, you wouldn't be playing that way at all. But he definitely prefers the ships. He's got a couple of more constructors, so he's building some more. Now, whether he's going to build a forward one to his own shipyard, may do, may not do. What else is going on? It's pretty stagnant. They're all just looking at each other, even though they could throw stone and hit each other. So it's pretty stagnant. They're all not doing a lot. So they must be building up an army first. Like I said, I'd be wanting to certainly probe this front line. Grunts are coming from the top, obviously. So now he's actually... Well, that's unusual. I've never seen that before in a game where... This is what I looked before. I thought, I'm sure I'd seen that step row, but didn't realise one was a space and one was a not a space. Yeah, so he's on about going up this top with the maces. So he's a bit of a ding dong, but not too much. Well, that's just the bombers, isn't it? So, well, that's just distracted you. That's a bad plane. You need to get the Rocketeers out. The thugs are a lot more powerful than the Rocketeers, and they'll give the maces a good run for the money as well. So they're about the same. They're about even. Let's go back maximum health on her? How's he managed to get a maximum health on her? It's not much ding-dong going through that part of the boats in the centre, so we'll move them back in a minute. He's definitely pushing the gate, 250. I think 250 is a better name, it's easier to say. But I think he's starting to hold his own. I think the step row bottled it a little bit. He decided to pull back, and I think that was. But he hasn't got. I would have thought that the purple would have tried to help out by sending some more construction up there to help him out, but apparently not. Not much happening down here. Still a good fight down here. More destroyers now. It's definitely a destroyer battle against. There's 4 destroyers against. There's a lot more destroyers. He could actually do quite well against that. So he may push Zully back now. Arik. Wherever he is. I have no idea where he is. He's somewhere. There he is. Arik. Do we have another? Yep. Commander's gone. 250's gone. So this is definitely a decent run by step row, or the purple step row to, but it should be cleared up because he's sending maces and that to the front line, and now the Centurions is putting a few Centurions. Surprisingly hasn't put the repeat on, and he's got some air going, which is yeah, I suppose he's going to want to take these out, but the bombers. But now he's just put a lot more onto Phil's system, you know, his army to try and get something done. Although the grunts are not doing too well against what Phil has against the medium tank, but it's still touch and go. There's not really much happening around here at all. They're just building their own army up, so that's why I'm not concentrating on any of that. I think the only time I can concentrate is on the front 2 lines. So now G-Wave has actually got a lot better units to come out now. The grunts and the thugs will do a bit more struggling. He's probably not realised too well about that. His army's going down, although saying that though, it's still in the balance though. It's definitely in the balance. He's stabilised now, and now he's going to come back at the top and the side. That's good. That's what he called teamwork. So Phil's decided to push himself up. Camis Phil. I'll say Phil because it's easier to say. He's decided to push himself up with his teammate, and that's stabilised his top. If he hadn't done that, that would have been it. But I'm quite surprised that Isolated Blue is not actually pushing against him to force him to actually send some of the units back down here to, you know what I mean, to half the basically what's going on. So Zully he's done really well. He's pulled a rabbit out of her hat, to be honest. But it's probably because of his constructions. He's moving them back to repair themselves, which the other person is not actually doing that, which is, to me, is a bit of a mistake. So he's basically lost all his destroyers. So the cruiser's coming up for the other guy to try and help stabilise that. I still would have liked a bit more for GY, but he's obviously lost a lot of his units, so he can't really do a lot. But if they could stabilise here with some light turrets and things, it might be a little easier. Or some bigger ones, say an Overwatch or something like that, or even a constructor, just to get things going. Phil's having to do. He's basically having to fight 3 against 1. Although that's actually incredibly good. Although they will probably take out the Lecce anyway. Although he's got that, maybe repair, but ooh. So another commander's gone down. So Stepmo Bruce commander's gone down. It's a huge push. I think that Lecce did a massive amount of damage to help GY52's Centurions and that get army through this chokehold. If it wasn't for that, I don't think they would have even got anywhere near here. So now the blue team is definitely on the back foot now. Definitely. That was a brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant. So not a lot from these. It's pretty stagnant on this side for them. Sully's he likes to actually get his units, you know, back to full health again, which is really nice. So obviously you're not feeding stuff to the meat grinder. So Fat Boys are out. They will decimate that set of units if they can. Look at that. But they're incredibly slow. And they do not care what they hit either. So this could be an advantage. If he can get the rovers around, it can cause a huge amount of damage to the opposition by not even doing anything. But they will tear this. They will tear this apart. Oh! None of you got one of them, no?
Battle started.
He's lost most of them. Well, he lost two of them, and he's about to lose a third one almost. I think they. I don't know whether they regenerate health though automatically. What have we got? We got some Janice in the mix. We got a lot of Janice in the mix actually. We have got 9 Janice. Now they will take down even the Centurions and all sorts of that if they can get a good chance. The Fat Boys are still around, but they need to. Mauser's out, and the Tiger lightning tank. Or Jaguar, sorry, not the Tiger. I always get that Jaguar and Tiger mixed. I don't know why they're completely different animals, but there you go. Look at the Janice is such a. It can be such an annoying unit. The trouble is, he's got the Mausers, but he's got nothing to protect them Mausers. The thing is, if these move, they cannot fire. So you have to keep that in mind when you're using the Mauser. The reason you need. Normally you have some units, or you should have some units, you know, even some pawns, even some maces, centurions in front of them, just to protect them from anything that comes in. Because obviously if it comes right close, they cannot fire that well. Or they cannot fire at all if it's too close. So basically you could, you know, a whole pawn, a few pawns could take out this and not have any problem. Although they can't even see it. I've seen the jammer there. The Lazarus is either repairing or he's eating up the metal. Looks like he's eating up the metal. So basically I've taken out all of this infrastructure really. They're over the halfway line, so that's where you want to be. It's relatively... It's still only halfway. I thought Zully would have been a bit further than he was actually. But they are getting taken out the match, so they're coming back now. It would have been nice that Orange would have actually got... But I mean, look what he's got. He's got a couple of Dreadnoughts, for Christ's sake. Send a couple of... At least one of them up there, if not both of them up there, to help. Because he's not doing nothing. He's got a lot of submarines, though. They will take down quite a lot. And if you've got that many, you could actually take all this. Although there's a lot of torpedo launchers, and they are the advanced ones as well. They will rip through the first. They will rip through these, like I must admit. But I don't know whether who's got the. Which is longer? That's a 500 range, and that's a 900. Yes, so they've got a massive amount of range compared to the first tier submarines. So in other words, the submarine would actually be gone before they even got nowhere near the to take out the torpedo launcher. Bulls are on the field from our is it pink player, Phil. Cammy's Phil. I love this sumo. I think it's so cool. I don't know why. Missile launcher. Massive range on the missile launcher. But quite slow to fire, that's the problem. Again, you need something to protect it. But you've got a jammer, so he's basically can't be seen unless they actually get right the way close. I don't think you're going to get close to that. So what could you actually do against these? Well, it's a question mark. Have your own bombers themselves, or probably you're just going to have a bomber or something like that to take these out. A Starlight would probably do it if you could get the Starlights out. So yeah, I was thinking the Fat Boy would outrange the Mauser, but it doesn't. And this is devastating. It's good play though. So he's spamming rovers out. The Fat Boys have a problem. They will fire at anything on the enemy. And they'll fire at their own, and they'll fire at their own feet as well. So by doing that, he's actually slowing down the. He's actually slowing down the Fat Boys. Why the Dreadnoughts are actually in the mix. There's a hell of a lot of them there. It'd be nice to, again, line them out with something like that and fire from way far and help. Ooh, nuclear missile just got blasted up. We're definitely. Well, they're definitely going for it in this game. I would say well, obviously red is on economy and everything is definitely ahead, but it doesn't always mean anything of that. It doesn't take much if it takes to actually do something wrong. The Fiends are there. Their Fiends will not get anywhere close to that Mausers. Now we've got the Starlights. So the Starlight is going to protect, to a degree, the Mausers. You can't go through there. You have to go around. The bots are the only ones that can go through there, which is annoying. I found that out to my annoyance. What's our red doing? See, these are technically the economy ones. They should be freed in the front. Got a lot of bulls here. They will definitely do the damage that they need to do. The welder, which I think is the opposite to the, I would say the gunslinger, but I might be wrong. Yeah, the end is nigh, I think. But we're getting close. We're getting close. If green, or if any of these the boats could actually send something out to help, then that would be even better. But I don't think they're doing it, and I don't think, to me, this blue is doing enough. He should be sending. He should be, because he's a backliner. He's the one that's got the air. He's not doing enough to help his teammates here. Some strategic bombers, or bombers in the general, would have taken all of this out. They've got nothing to do anything against it. I mean, obviously we've got the lightning tanker Jaguar, we've got the bulls, we've got the Mausers, we've got the Starlight, and we've got the jammer. The jammer's one of the most important units because it's actually well, it's going out of range now, so you'll have to be careful because it's going out of range of the bulls to protect the bulls. But it's sort of definitely semi over on the land by now. I still say this is a problem for the blue. The blue should have been helping out by sending some bombers over. He's sending some gunships, but it's a bit late now. They're already over there, my friend. It should have been when they're over here. It should have been. But it is what it is. They will take out most of this bulls, though, and hopefully they're going to get back into the fight. So the Mauser's taking out some of the tidal of the green now. He can't get that far, but he can get far enough that he should take out all of that mostly. Yep. Starlight might take it out though. I still think it's going to be a bit too close. I don't think Red's going to lose it now though. They are funneling. The trouble is, once you start losing, that's it. It's a spiral, but it really is. It really is. And well, you could even argue that Carrion and Singularity are at fault here because they're not helping their other units up the top of here at all. If they'd have done that, they'd have been able to stabilise and then move back forward again and do something. But it's just a fest of explosions now, where they're just running in and blowing up. I mean, this will go up like a Christmas tree because they're all right close to each other. So you see what I mean? So this is what I said before, where they're actually hitting each other. He should have had a gap of a two gap there, or even done up one lane at a time, and that would have helped. But I mean, it's all over by that time anyway, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. But I think that might be it. I think that might be a GG. No. Yes, it is a GG. They did do a GG. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.